Hello, I'm the Renegade Gamer, and I have some new information on the Final Fantasy 15 updates from the Active Time event that happened this morning. Now, I don't speak any Japanese, so I pretty much pulled all of this off of Reddit, okay? So take this with a grain of sand, but from what I gathered, there was quite a bit dropped here. We still don't have a complete roadmap for what's going to happen with 15. But there's some big information that has dropped. Now, one of the core complaints a lot of people had in the game is that basically you can only play as Noctis. That's being rectified. In the game, in the main game, I want to make this clear. In the main game, you're going to be able to switch characters. You can play as Prompto, Ignis, or Gladio at any point, and it's seamless. You don't have to go in the menu, and you don't have to... it's supposed to be on the fly. Okay? Now, that's not a huge deal with the story, but that does help with the gameplay some. Apparently, they all play, all the characters are supposed to play like their DLC counterparts. I don't know exactly how all that works, especially with like Prompto, considering he uses guns and how ammo is going to be used. But that's 4 different play styles now that you'll have within Final Fantasy 15 that you can switch on the fly. That's pretty cool. I like that. Some other big implications that we've had. They went over the survey. They discussed what people liked, what people didn't like, what ages were fine with the game, what ages weren't, what people wanted, what people didn't. I'm not going to bore you with all the survey stuff because, honestly, it's out there. You can look it up. What I will say is that it's been confirmed now that there will be 3 DLCs that are coming out next year. Now, we only know 2 of them. And 2 you're probably thinking. Yes, the first one, we have Episode Arden and Episode Luna. And before any other episode comes out, Episode Arden is the one that they said that they're going to bring out first. They want to expand upon the lore and the background and his story for it. Now, there hasn't been not any more talk about incorporating the DLC into the main game, but they're aware of a lot of this stuff, and they said we're just going to get the DLC right now. So, going back to the first topic, because there was something I forgot to mention. They did explain why you could not switch characters to begin with. They had a lot of problems with the engine, which we already knew. And since the game's been out and they've been working on everything, they were finally able to get it seamlessly working right. And basically they put that in to, give you some reason to play the game again, which I'll do when I get a chance. I got a lot going on. A few other things for the Comrade players out there, which unfortunately I have not had a chance to play, and I want to. I do know that the Comrades game has a huge loading time problem. A lot of people have complained about that. There's supposed to be an update in December, I would guess around the 12th. That is supposed to cut the loading times down by quite a bit. There's also supposed to be a few little small tweaks that are brought in as well. We still don't know if the time quest thing is going to be available offline. I would guess that I don't really see how that's possible, but I'm not a game developer, so who knows. They didn't mention much about that part, but the Comrades things will have a loading time cut down, so there you go. Oh, one other thing about the episode Ignis that comes out. Apparently we'll have multiple endings. That the main reason for that, from what I've read, the main reason for that is basically that a lot of people complained they wanted a happy ending, and so while the I guess they'll have one canonical ending and one that's not. So there you go. Also, episode Ignis is supposed to be, think about it, 2.5 hours worth of story and gameplay, which, I mean, we weren't expecting a huge amount, but they did say that the story was supposed to be about twice as long as Prompto's. Whether or not that's the case, we won't know until we finally get our hands on it. But there you go. A few other revelations that were released. Nothing on the Pocket Station version, the D-Make. I didn't see anything on it. No, like I said, no roadmap. All we got is just what we got. But the big dropping hammer here is basically that now you will be able to switch characters on the next update. So they said that they were planning on doing this by the end of the month. I would guess it'd probably be on December 12th. I might be wrong. That may not be the date. I'm just shooting out a date there because I think that's the next time they're supposed to do an update. Anyway, I'm the Renegade Gamer. This has been your Final Fantasy 15 news. And y'all take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next episode.